So the main topic is the 60s and my topic is the Black history in America. So why have I chosen this subject? I chose this subject because I think it's like very interesting and it's like a very wide topic. And I think when you talk about American history, I think like the equality between races like is one of the biggest parts in American history. And of course, today there also is like a very mixed culture, so I think it's something that you can relate a lot to. So, where did all of this start? All of this started with the American Civil War, and after this, the 13th Amendment came up, which was like an amendment that said that all slavery was abolished and you couldn't have slaves anymore. But after the 13th Amendment, there still was like some inequality, I guess you can say. Um, that of course started off with the Jim Crow laws in 1876 that I got from Gyllendale, of course. So what was the Jim Crow laws? The Jim Crow laws were like laws that like they didn't really say that there was any privilege to being white, but like there was. For example, the black people couldn't really sit in the front of the bus, but all the white people could. So they were like separated in schools, beaches, toilets, all of that. But still, after this, some people would say that after the American Civil War, it was like kind of the emancipation of blacks. Although a lot of people would say that it wasn't because there was still a lot of inequality. So, which people influenced it? Of course, to start off, there was Rosa Parks, who sat in the front of the bus, which the black people weren't allowed to. Um, so, just by sitting in the front of the bus and refusing to go in the back when people told her to, she started like a big civil rights movement. Also, there were Martin Luther King, which and he held a big speech called "I Have a Dream," which like motivated a lot of people and like gathered everyone, also white people, who then supported what he like stood for, which were like white people standing up for black and white equality, which was like new at the moment. And he also got a Nobel Peace Prize, which is of course understandable because he is one of the biggest influencers on the racial equality up to today. Of course, there's also Barack Obama, who is who was the first American black president, which was like kind of a mark for America, um, because like it shows how far they had gotten. But of course, mentioning Obama, we draw all of this history up till today. So I also want to like talk about how it has changed our culture today. So today there still is like a bit of separation, but not as much inequality as there like has been. But there still is like the black culture and the white culture, which is like okay, I guess. But like in a lot of Western cultures, especially like here in Europe and also a lot of places in America, like they live together as one like group of people, which is the best outcome. But some places in America, for example, there is like black culture that like is very unaccommodating with the white people, because after all of this and after all of this inequality, they gathered like all of the blacks and they like held together as a group, and they like isolated themselves from the society. Um, so like that led to the just them living alone, and then the kids of those people still like live there. So to conclude, some of these people that I've talked to, like Martin Luther King and Barack Obama, has really changed the world, and I think it has like become a better place and way more equal, both with like racial equality, but also with like everything, like equality in several ways. Um, yes, so that was my presentation.